since I went away. I knew that I'd be back someday. I hope it's not too late for me. I'm ready now to lose my foolish pride. I'm coming home to your love. I'm coming home.
Welcome to the Rally Winter Street Stocks race number 6. Today we're here at the Martinsville Raceway for the Valley Star 400K. For the second time in Random J Series history, we're back here once again at the Paperclip, for which we another classic and great race here. And of course, this race is going to be very, very important for many drivers, especially up towards the points, as we only have 3 races left here in the Winter Street Stock season. But before we get started, let's take a look at our starting lineup. So on the pole for the second time this season, we have Hodel in the 3 car, and next to him, Brendan Beal. Row 2, Dan Mattiello, winner from Stafford, as well as second in points currently, and Nathan Baird. Row 3, Johnny Hernandez and last week's winner, Trey Smith. Row 4, Bradley Ream and current points leader, Ryan Wilson. Row 5, Sean Art and Brandon Carruthers. Row 6, Alex Casstevens and John McFadden. Row 7, David Johnson and Matthew Hill. Row 8, Matthew Burnett and Herbert Solomon. Row 9, Random J and John Fredrickson. Row 10, Jordan Stout and Jason Albert. Row 11, Richard Herman and Owen Miles. Row 12, Ryan Benjamin and the Summer Series winner from Martinsville, Kellen Baker. Row 13, Nargan Scott and TS Media. And row 14, Devin Payment and Keyshawn Richardson starting last. Taking a look at the track info here for today, we're going to go 55 laps on this half-mile long paperclip shaped short track. We'll have 12 degrees of banking in the turns. And as for the weather here in Martinsville, 42 degrees Fahrenheit with 6 miles per hour towards the south. And with that out of the way, it is now time for the starting command.
Drivers, start your engine!
Of course, like I mentioned, we did race here back in the Summer Series in May. However, conditions here are a lot more different. The Summer Series race was a lot warmer, obviously, during the summer, and it was at night. But here is a lot cooler, and it's during the daylight, so definitely going to have some interesting changes here. Here we go, pace car down pit road, as we're under green here at Martinsville, here in the Winter Street Stocks. What a great start there for Hodel in the 3 car. He pulls away from both Brendan Beal and Dan Matthews. Oh, Jordan Stout goes around going into turn number 1 and into the wall. He collects Jason Albert. I think Owen Miles has some damage there as well. That's one of those. Oh, John McFadden in the wall. Oh my goodness, multiple incidents already happening here on lap number 1, as Hodel will lead this crazy lap here in Martinsville. And much like the Summer Series race, already have quite a number of incidents involving many big drivers. Take a look at instant replay here. So starting with the Jordan Stout incident, this is literally coming off turn number 4 and into the restart zone. So the field looks like it bunches up here. 3 wide coming off turn 4. It looks like John Fredrickson gets into Jordan Stout and goes right in front of Jason Albert. Albert nowhere to go for him there. Owen Miles also involved there. Kellen Baker I think got a little bit of damage from that as well. As Stout has some heavy rear end damage going on board the 11 here. Yeah, Fredrickson definitely got into the 11 car and just turned him into turn number 1. With Albert again having absolutely nowhere to go. Tough break there for the 11 car Jordan Stout. Now let's take a look at what happened with John McFadden. This is coming off turn number 2. Looks like the 89 gets into Brandon Carruthers, and then David Johnson just turns him into the inside wall there. Pretty decent hit there for John McFadden. Let's go on board here with David Johnson. Definitely turned him into the inside wall there. Anyways, Hoodlum, Dan Mattiello, and Johnny Hernandez make it your top 3 here at Martinsville, as we're under caution already here. Welcome back to the Winter Street Stocks here at Martinsville. We're about to come back green after multiple incidents on lap number 1, with both accidents involving Atlanta Motorsport drivers of Jordan Stout and John McFadden. Tough break for that team, already having 2 cars having damage here. Currently, Hoodlum, Dan Mattiello, and Johnny Hernandez make up the top 3 here at Martinsville, as we're back into green. What a great restart for both the 46 and 17. As the 17 looks to the inside of Hoodlum. Down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4, the 3 and 17 are side by side for the lead. Mattiello on the inside, Hoodlum stuck up on the outside, as Mattiello will lead that number 8. But Hoodlum trying to fight back that position, and he's now side by side with his dad and teammate. Father and son duo are side by side still for that second place spot, with Hernandez having the advantage that time by in turns number 3 and 4. Looks like he will clear his son for a second, as Hoodlum now has to hold off Brendan Beal for 3rd. Looks like Brendan Beal currently has the advantage on the inside. Behind all of this is Nathan Baird, currently in 5th. We'll see if he can make a run on Hoodlum there, as Hoodlum's already got passed by 2 cars in just a handful of laps. Looks like Hoodlum will go to block the 87 car going into turn number 1, as Brendan Beal just got passed by him for 3rd. There's Bradley Ream currently in 6th. Pretty decent run so far for the 35 team. And there's last week's winner, Trey Smith, side by side with points leader Ryan Wilson. So far having a pretty solid day in the 7th position, but both his points competition and Dan Mattiello and Brendan Beal both being inside the top 3 in points. And with Mattiello leading laps, Ryan Wilson could lose a couple positions here in points, especially if he loses more positions here. Which so far he is losing 7 positions here. He's being passed by Sean out here in the 19, as well as Matthew Hill in the 90 car. Wilson's still stuck up on the outside, as here comes Alex Casstevens side by side for 10th. Wilson continues to lose positions here, as here comes Alex Casstevens for the 10th position. There's David Johnson and Matthew Burnett there, 12th and 13th respectively. There's a 47 car, Herbert Solomon, side by side of Random J, and his teammate John McFadden, currently in 16th, so running solid after getting turned on the first lap. There's Braden Carruthers, the 17th. Ever since that win at Colorado, the season's gone pretty much downhill. Came this race with 2 DNFs, tied with the most of any driver. And there's John Fredrickson currently in 18th. Came this race 3rd in points, was involved in a last week at Wisconsin. Currently 10 points behind the points leader Ryan Wilson. Especially if Dan Mattiello, Brendan Beal, and Ryan Wilson being inside the top 11 so far, he could lose 7 positions in the point standings after this race. There's Nargan Scott in 19th, and TS Media, so far his worst run of the year, currently in 20th. Came in this race 19th in points, was on a 2-race top 5 streak. Unless something happens here that might end here today at Martinsville. There's a car owner Owen Miles behind him, and Richard Herman currently in 22nd. And there's Keyshawn Richardson currently in 23rd, just got passed by Ryan Benjamin for that spot. As Benjamin is now stuck on the outside. Currently side by side there with Devin Payment. There's Kellen Baker currently in 26. He won the Summer Series, as I mentioned, he won the Summer Series race here last May, but he's not having a good run at all here so far. Currently the last 2 cars there, in 27th and 28th, is Jordan Stout and Jason Albert respectively, who both involved in a lap 1 crash. Oh, Brady Carruthers goes around in the back straight away. Cautions us. Oh, Richard Herman hard hit there from the 77. Devin Payment has some damage there. Kellen Baker I think has even additional damage to that 21 car, as that 95 car's front end is absolutely destroyed. So I'm going to call it quits here. Ryan Benjamin and Kellen Baker get turned in going into turn number 1. Oh my goodness. More damage. As I mentioned, that 21 car already got damage from the Carruthers incident. As Richard Herman will go to the garage area. Let's take a look what happened this time. So starting with the Brandon Carruthers incident, this was coming off of turn number 2 and into the back straightaway. You know, it took TSP just turned the 77 car in the back straightaway as Richard Herman just nowhere to go. Hard hit there for the 95 car. As Devin Payment and everyone else tries to avoid, but some did get damage from that wreck. Let's go on board with TS Media here. Yep, definitely turned to 77 there. Got a bit of damage himself there. Now let's take a look what happened with the Ryan Benjamin and Kellen Baker incident. This was coming off of turn number 4. So these guys were 3 wide, which Baker got into the 72, with Jason Albert getting even more damage. On board with the 21 here. And a bad day made even worse for the 21 car here so far. Anyways, Dan Mattiello currently a leader here at Martinsville, as we're under caution once again. Welcome back to the Winter Street Stocks here in Martinsville. We're about to go back into our second caution today. Forgot to mention this during the first break, but our main pace car actually broke down after our first caution. We're currently using a backup pace car. Everything's going just fine with that, so hopefully we can stay consistent with the entire race. As we're back on the green here at Martinsville, Dan Mattiello currently leads the field. What a great restart there for Bradley Ream and also, as well as Nathan Baird in 87 car, as they are side by side with both Brent Beal and Hoodlum. Despite that, Dan Mattiello and Johnny Hernandez pulls away from the rest of the field. And so here comes Mountain Dew Fan for Life and John Fredrickson down pit road. We're just getting reports that both of them jumped the restart. That is huge, especially for the 99 car, who came to this race third in points, as I mentioned earlier. These guys will have to do a pass, stop, and go penalty here. Let's take a look at the reason why they're getting penalized here. So watch the 04X and the 99. They look to the outside of both the 08 and the 47. Both clearly passed them, did not maintain position at all. So definitely a good penalty there from Winter Street Stocks officials. And as also coming up pit road, TS Media actually went into the wall. Nearly spun there, nearly caused another caution. TS Media not having a good day at all in that 9 car. There's Matthew Hill side by side with Brendan Beal for 6. I think Matthew Hill will clear the 37 car that time by. Of course, Brendan Beal came this race 4th in points. Also over 2 positions in the point standings after being involved in a wreck last week at Wisconsin. And as you saw right there, Hoodlum was right behind the back bumper of that 37 car. With the 3 car coming in this race 22nd in points, having a terrible season so far here in the Winter Street Stocks. There's last week's winner Trey Smith. John Fredrickson in the 99 car. Going scored 1 lap down. They've got a huge impact in the point standings as Mattiello continues to lead here. We're going to go Winter Street Stocks, crank it up. lap number 38 of 55, and the battle is on for the lead with Dan Mattiello and Johnny Hernandez during that crank it up segment. 46 car gaining quite a bit of time on that 17 as he looks to the inside of them now. And just tucks back in line, coming off of turn number 2. He's going forward to 46 here. He continues to get a great run on that 17. He's going to move up the track. Yes, he is. They're side by side for the lead. Hernandez on the inside. Mattiello stuck up on the outside. Lap number 40 of 55 now. The two former Summer Series winners are still side by side, coming off for turn number 2 and in the back straightaway. And going into turn number 3, it looks like Johnny Hernandez with a slight advantage. And off of 4, the 46 car will pull away from the 17 and will lead lap number 40. But Mattiello is still right behind. He's going to use the bumper to move out of the way. Here comes the 35, also Bradley Ream. I was on board with Mattiello now. Mattiello trying to get a run, but here comes Bradley Ream side by side for second place. Lap number 42 at 55. 35-17 side by side for second place. Looks like that time by off turn number 2, Bradley Ream with the advantage. Into turns 3 and 4, looks like Mattiello struggling to stay put with that 35 car. As here comes Nathan Baird for the third position, Bradley Ream up to second. Mattiello tucks into third there briefly, but here comes the 87 car to make his move for third. We saw this earlier of Hodel and Mattiello. When Mattiello passed Hodel, Hodel lost several positions. Is currently outside the top 5, currently in 7th position. Well, the same thing happened here to Dan Mattiello. Lap number 44 55. Race already coming down to a close. Johnny Hernandez currently leads Bradley Ream by over 4/10 of a second. Mattiello currently side by side with Sean Ard for that position. As the take of the car is currently a lap out of the race, so a lap down. 99 car of John Fredrickson, as mentioned earlier. Matthew Burnett both serving their penalties. And Richard Herman currently in last place out of the race after being involved in our second wreck of the day. Our second caution today. As here comes Brendan Beal now side by side with Mattiello. This is going to be huge for the points here. Looks like Brendan Beal will clear the 17 with Odom now side by side with the 17 as well. There's Wilson currently in 11th and John Fredrickson, as I mentioned, a lap down after jumping to restart. Same could also be said for Matthew Burnett behind him as well, also a lap down. Nargins got up to 12, pretty good rebound for the 86 car. It was below the top 15 at some point. Same could also be said for Keyshawn Richardson in the 24 up to 13th. He was below the top 20 at one point in this race, but now up to 13th. Good rebound for the Atlanta Motorsport driver, who's currently the highest running Atlanta Motorsport driver. Trey Smith down to 14th. John McFadden to 15th, still pretty much the same position he's been all day. Kellen Baker up to 16th. Still good, pretty decent rebound for the 21 team, but still a far cry from his Summer Series performance here last May. There's Ryan Benjamin in 17th, Herbert Solomon in 18th, Owen Miles in 19th, Jason Albert currently in 20th, Random J down to 21st, the worst he's ran all season besides wrecking out at Stafford, as well as last week at Wisconsin, so he's going to have a pretty negative impact there for the 53 team. TS Media in 22nd, his top 3 streak will come to an end here today. Brandon Carruthers down to 23rd, Jordan Stout up to 24th. Devin Payment currently the last car on to lead a lap in 25th. As mentioned, both the 4X, 99, and 95, all at least one lap down. It should come to 6 laps to go here at Martinsville. Bradley Ream slowly but steady, inching closer to that 46 car. He just has to hope he has a hiccup here somewhere. Coming down to 5 laps to go. Time is running out for that 35 car as we're on border from here. What a great run there into turn number 1. We'll see if we can capitalize off of it. Now, much like we saw last week at Wisconsin with Trey Smith and Ryan Benjamin, always got a good run off the turns, but into the straightaways, the 01 car would just pull away. Much the same here in Martinsville. It's come down to 4 laps to go. Current a gap between the 46 and 35, back up to 4/10 for the second. It was just below it about a lap ago. See if the 35 car can close it back up here. Coming down to 3 laps to go. And of course, if these two drivers ever wreck or battle hard here, this could open the door to the 87 car of Nathan Baird in 3rd. Another great run there for 35 that time by. But Hernandez continues to pull away into straightaways, coming down to 2 laps to go. Of course, Johnny Hernandez started off the season very well, finished 2nd at Bowman Gray, and got another top 10 at Colorado. But coming in this race, he was 14th in the point standings. Desperately needs a good run here, as this time by, white flags in the air. 1 lap to go for the Texas native of Johnny Hernandez into turns 1 and 2 for the final time. Down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Pretty similar story to how he won Bristol back in the Summer Series. Comes to a short track, needs a good run, gets a good run, and will win here today. Checkered flag, Johnny Hernandez will win here at Martinsville. Congratulations to Johnny Hernandez and Hernandez Racing. They're your winners of the day here at Martinsville. Also a good run for his teammate Huddle, who finished 6th, and also of course won the pole. This is definitely going to be a great points day for the 46 car Johnny Hernandez, with only 2 races left in the season. But now, let's take a look at the finishing results and point standings after this race. So here we go, Johnny Hernandez finishes 1st. Again, much like his Summer Series win at Bristol back in September, he came to this race needing a good run to keep his championship hopes alive. And he did. Obviously got the win, get some bonus points for winning laps, and you'll see here pretty shortly how that affected the point standings after this race. 2nd is Brad Room in the 35, best finished at the team all season, so kudos to them. Nathan Baird finishing 3rd, also a good run for that 87 car, also needed a good run here today. Finishing 4th is Sean Ard, good run for that 19 car today. 19 car has been pretty quietly consistent here in the Winter Street Stocks. Brendan Beal finishing 5th, another much needed good run for that 37 team here today. Finishing 6th is Hoodlum, won the pole obviously, won a couple laps, and will get his best finish of the season. Alex Casstevens finishes 7th for his first top 10 finish here in the Winter Street Stocks. Dan Mattiello finishes 8th, lost several positions after getting passed by Johnny Hernandez, but still finished inside the top 10. Definitely still a good point save for the 17 team here today. Finishing 9th is Matthew Hill, getting his 2nd top 10 of the season. And rounding off the top 10 is David Johnson, who also gets his first top 10 of the season here in the Winter Street Stocks. So even this late in the season, already got multiple drivers getting their first ever top 10s. And now for the point standings, only 2 races left in the season, and much like in the Summer Series, it's going to be a nail-biter for the championship, with Mattiello leading Ryan Olsen by only 1 point. So next week's definitely going to be very, very important for both these drivers. It's going to be important for all these drivers inside the top 10 in points. So makes it next race all more exciting to watch. Brendan Beal also behind by 6 points in 3rd position, so he could also be a contender as well. Sean Ard also in 4th, behind by 10 points. Also well won this battle as well. Nathan Baird back up in the top 5 in points, behind by 14. Johnny Hernandez, he gained over 8 positions just for winning here today. Also back up in this battle for the championship, behind by 15. Hopefully we can actually go right for him this time, like in the Summer Series. Ryan Benjamin behind by 7. 7th is Ryan Benjamin behind by 20. Still known in this battle as well. Kellen Baker, after a pretty mediocre run, still stays in the 8th position in points, behind by 24. Trey Smith still stays in 9th, behind by 26. And rounding out the top 10 is John Fredrickson, the 99, who was hanging on for dear life to stay inside the top 10. Currently behind by 27 points. So next up, race number 7, we head to the I-70 Speedway for the Missouri 125. That'll be on the show next week, and of course, you can decide the fate for multiple drivers going into the finale at OWSS Way. So definitely a race you don't want to miss. And of course, don't miss the 2021 Summer Series schedule reveal coming to the channel soon. There's going to be a good number of changes to the Summer Series schedule that of course starts this May. But as always, thank you guys for watching this race. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.